Welcome to the Dr. Crip Show. I'm your host, Dr. Crip. I just want to thank everybody for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Today, it was a good question by Truck Stop Money 3120. He asked me, he said, you got a little homie? He said, you got a little homie that basically that, you know, is involved in my shooting or whatever the case may be. And no, not really, because I'm not a person that I've never had a little homie like that. I always, you know, I had to have the right little homie. All my little homies got is his stories are crazy. The first little homie I got, he was part of the he was right before the Tiny Toons. And he started when he started. First, he came from Inglewood, and when he started, he was on. He was in the hood every day. He was on point every day. Doing whatever he do with. Because we don't have a lot of youngsters in my hood in my bracket. We getting them now, but that's the reason why we got so many problems. Because all these people not from around my hood, they're not born and raised, and they not understanding what is going on directly in your own hood. They don't know how to talk to the lady next door and all that. They not part of that. They just part Crips. During that time, they wasn't part Crips. They was in the neighborhood, in the community. They had hangouts and all that. But he got in trouble with the NHPs because he lived in Inglewood, and I think the NHPs wanted him first. And when they seen that he wasn't with them, and I think they might have found out that he had not necessarily joined. Wait a minute. I think they did because we went to his house one time, and I think I seen NAC whacked out on the door, and his mama moved him. Yeah, that's what happened. We went to his house because he hadn't been over there in about a week, and homie's like, "No, where your little homie at?" I'm like, "I don't know. I ain't seen him. He usually over here every day." Uh, I said, "We're gonna go over there and see. Let's go over there and see." And I think a few of the homies went over there, and we went to that apartment, took a couple of burners, went over there, knocked on the door. But when we seen that stuff written on the door, that's when we knew. We like, ain't this the apartment he live in? Like, yeah. We like, ooh. And on his door was whacked out NAC. You could tell they tried to cover it up with paint, but the graffiti was coming through it. So, like any parent, I'm out of here. You ain't messing up my life because you want to gang bang. That's part of the sickness, you know. And his mother did the right thing. Back then when I was in my sickness, I was upset about it. And his mother sent him to like Michigan or Minnesota or something like that. But he called me about a few years later during that time, way back then, uh, 93, something like that. And he called me and was like, "Man, I'm in, Michigan or Minnesota." And he like, "I can't, my mom won't, I don't got nowhere to go. And I was like, "Man, handle your business, stay with your family, do what you need to do." And that was pretty much the last time I talked to him. Now, that was in the early 90s. So maybe about 4 or 5 years later, I think it was when I was in jail in Iowa, the homies tried to put another little Husta nut on. And this dude came from somewhere else but was not it. And I felt that they should have told me about that before they did it, but they were just trying to look out for me. But he was not it. And I don't know who gave him to me, probably some haters. And but he went to as the story goes, he went to YA and it didn't work out for him. You know, he ended up in some sexual allegations because that happens. See, that's what people don't tell these kids. See, and people don't understand. YA and camp, why you think all that stuff you hear is going on? They just now finding all this out. Y'all just bringing all this abuse out now. Man, that stuff been going on for the 30, 40 years. Those places is rougher than some prisons because the level of understand the mind is still childish. So of course they're gonna do sexual stuff to each other because that's all they can do to disrespect each other. And it's not about being gay or anything at that time. They just really disrespect. Now, when you get to the county and you still carrying all that on, you know the difference. You gay. I don't care what you say. If you run up in another man's booty or you let another man suck on you or whatever, you are gay. I don't care about all that. You are gay. Yes, you are. You that done that. You are gay. Stop acting like you. That's where all this low key stuff came from in them 90s when people was trying to act like they was hard and they be in them prisons and county jails and all that stuff. You gay, man. Let it go. And go home and get at it, whatever, to your wife and girlfriend and baby mama and all that. Come on, man. You know, these people be tripping, talking about, oh, I was disrespecting him. Yeah, I told him to suck, I told him to lick, suck my, yeah, because he was from A Trey. Man, stop it. You gay. And I don't care what you say. How did it get hard if you're not gay? Man, knock it off. You enjoyed it. And you enjoyed going up in him too. You fulfilled yourself. So knock it off. But it do brings me to a story about one of my little homies that this same dude that now I get out of prison and I've been out of prison for a minute. And this guy then got out, went back and all that. So I never seen him. I never met him. So one day, it's in the 2000. It's actually in 2000. He gets out of the I don't know, out of the camp or something like that. He does his full time in camp. So he gets out in like 2000. So I'm sitting in my office one day, and the homie called me. You feel me? One of the leaders of all them young dudes. He called me. He like, hey man, you need to come up here. Your little homie up here. And I'm like, my little homie, who is that? They like, man, the dude they put on. I'm like, I'm cool. I don't want to meet him. And he like, man, come up here, big homie, come on. Because this is some issues with him and this and that. We need your opinion and all this other stuff. So I'm like, all right. So I'll go up to the party. Now, when I get up there, I see the dude and I tell him, I said, man, listen, I don't want no little homies. And whatever you got going on, you need to deal with that with them dudes. You see them 5 dudes over there looking at, and I see they didn't already beat you up. Right? They didn't call me after he didn't already had about 4 rounds. And I'm like, whoa. So he already knotted up and everything. So that's what made me come up there and say, man, look, I don't even want you. I don't, I'm cool on you as my little homie and all that, man. You got other issues in life. You might as well do this and do that. So he like, okay, but I just wanted to talk to you. I never met you, this and that. Like, all right, for sure. So I leave. But before I leave, I pull the homie down to the side. I say, listen, what y'all gonna do? He said, man, I was in jail with homie. And, it was all kind of sexual allegations about that dude. So I was like, man, I ain't dealing with it. Because the homie who I'm talking to is a straight. You feel me? Tiny chaos. He's out of control. You feel me? Real leader. You feel me? So I'm like, man, listen, I don't want that dude. You know, I ain't got no connections with him. I'm good. So he like, uh, he like, man, I don't know what we should do this and that. I'm gonna put him off this and that. I said, man, why? I said, why don't y'all do what the other people do? Them dudes over there, what they do to their little homies. They don't kick him off. I said, send him up in all the places to rob everything. You feel me? And get the money. Because that's what you do. So he like, okay, we're going to see. So all they did was beat that dude up a few more times and let him go on about his business. So I'm like, man, make that dude go do all kind of stuff. That's why you don't need to be out, because I'm sick. I'm in my sickness. My sickness produces. When I'm in my sickness, I produce with weak links and all that. That's, you know, that's what I do. That's what my genius and all my sickness is. I produce. You're a weak link. I'm gonna find a use for you. Oh, you don't want to shoot. You don't want to fight. Okay, what you know? Oh, you know what? You got some skills at doing that. Okay, this is what you do. You go around here and do this, and do that. I'm gonna find a purpose for you. Whatever your purpose is, you shoot, you fight, whatever it is, I got you. I'm gonna do something with you. So at this time, I didn't want nothing to do with that dude because I had already heard foul allegations. So I was like, I don't, man, none of that in none of my names. Come on. So I'm good. So uh they let him go. They beat him up a few more times. They let him go. So the dude pop up at my office, knock on my door. I'm like, how you find out where my office is? Who told you that? Like, oh, such and such. I'm like, what's happening, man? What's going on? Man, I just want to holler at you because I ain't never met you before. I heard a lot about you. You know, I'm just trying to get to know you. You my big homie. I'm like, man, look, stop right there. I am not your big homie. You are not Lil Huster Nut. I have not signed off on that. And at this time, I'm not signing off on that. So you may want to rethink that part right there. But what's happening with you? You know, you going through all this stuff. You got these allegations on you. What's happening? Is it false or is it true? Straight up, you need to let me know right now. He said it's false. I said, that dude ain't got you beat up and beaten up on you for no reason. Something happened. Yeah, the other dude said this and that. Well, why did you fight that dude? Like, no, I never got a chance. They said that you was in the same unit with him. What happened? And like, he always had an excuse. So I said, man, listen, you got too many excuses. So I'm cool on that. So you need to go find you somebody else, go up there, hang out. You need to go hang out with them dudes and they're going to let you know what's happening. So he leaves and he comes back again like the next day. So I'm like, damn, I can't get rid of this dude. Why do he keep coming back to my office? So he like, man, listen, I got problems with my girl and I want you to talk to her for me. You know, I've been trying to get a job. I just got out. You know, I've been trying to get a job, this and that. And, you know, I slapped her the other day because she was saying something crazy to me. So I was like, this girl took you in her house and you slapped her? That's supposed to be your woman? That's your answer to getting out? I was like, homie, listen, man, I don't know. Could you just talk to her for me? Because I'm always talking about you. I'm like, why are you talking about me so much? Like, because that's what was keeping me in, because I would tell her what I would hear the stuff that you doing on the streets, how much, you know, whatever you got going, you know, and I would tell her that you my big homie, so I'm gonna be a part of that too. So I was like, man, you basically lied to her. That's basically what you did. And she like, where's that since you've been out through this 3 weeks and you ain't produced nothing yet? So that's why she talked crazy to you, because you lied to her. He like, man, could you just talk to her for me and tell her that I'm sorry, this and that, and all this other stuff? So I'm like, give me the phone. So Hello, yeah, what's up? Like, yeah, he's sorry, he just got out, people get out, they got a lot of problems. Well, he's supposed to get out and he was supposed to be dealing with you and he was supposed to be, get when I see, he wasn't dealing with you going properly, I told him to go get a job. He thinking that he too good to go get a job at Burger King and McDonald's and all this stuff. I said, well, a job is a job. And if it's providing food at the house and help paying the bills, then yes, he definitely needs to do that. But these dudes that gang bang, baby, listen, they ain't trying to work there because people know who they are, and it can end up possibly bad for them inside of the McDonald's or wherever else. So you might want to reconsider that. That him working at McDonald's and all that ain't cool. So she was like, well, I give him a chance to find something else, like, okay, boom. So here you go. You good now. Don't go hit the girl no more, homie. Get up out my unit now, It's time for you to go. I don't want you in my unit. Again, you're not little Houston Nut. Again, go back, deal with the homies that's at the park. Again, stay out of trouble and go help that girl. That's the only thing I can tell you. So I don't know what he did. He went and did something to the girl again. He was on a run this time. Now I guess she called the police on him. He kind of slapped her once or twice again. So now he's on the run from her because she called the police on him. So I think it was about a day or two later, about a couple of days later, this dude pop up at my door again. Oh man, whoop. You know, I, she's still tripping, this and that. I think she called the police on me. Okay. So look, you didn't do nothing I said. Why are you here at my door? I don't have nothing to do with you. I can't help you. I don't got nothing for you. You need to go handle your business as a man. Why you not hanging with the homies? Well, I was hanging with such and such and such and such, but it didn't go right. And, we went to my house and, we was trying to figure out what to do. And we was talking about robbing a couple of places and, robbing people and all this other stuff. But, we ain't came up with too much of nothing. Well, okay, go do that somewhere else, man. Because right now, I don't want nothing to do with you. Plus, I'm in the middle of washing. So I got to go over here across the street and change my clothes. So he like, man, can I make a phone call and all this? Yeah, man, go ahead. So I got to go change my clothes. So, all right, let me run across the street, put my clothes in the dryer. I run directly across the street and run directly back. I think that literally took me about 2 to 3 minutes. When I walk in the door, he not here. I'm looking around. I don't see this dude in my office. I got a big, nice, big unit. You feel me? A lot of space. Don't see this dude nowhere. And I'm looking. Like, where this dude at? My door was unlocked. Like, now, the times he been coming over, I sell drugs. So people coming in getting different drugs. So I go under the desk, do what I need to do. Some tell me, get up and go check the back door. I get up, I go check the back door. Back door open. I'm like, back, why you go out the back door? Go back. Wait a minute, hold on. Look for my box gone. This month. Oh my God. This nigga took the drug box. Oh, okay. Man, it's a pound of weed in there. Like, the 18, the change, the 1800, 1900, some powwow, pills, all kind of stuff. He got the whole box. Okay, it's on. I grab my burner, jump in the car. He can't go far. I'm driving around. I know this dude ain't went far. I'm looking for him. I'm in my sickness. I'm about to kill him. I ain't finna be discussing nothing with this dude or nothing. I'm finna knock him down. He's finna get knocked down. I'm looking, I'm searching. I run into the homies. Hey man, you see this dude? Nah. Hey, he he did this and that. He stole out my office. It's all bad for him. Anybody help this dude is getting seen. Okay, so now the word is out on him in the hood. So we searching through the hood. It's got 3 cars looking for this dude now. We can't find him. We pull back up. Let's go to the park. We pull up to the park. I see the homie who he said he was hanging out with. I said, "Hey man, come here. Where that dude live at? Where y'all go? Where he live at? He live in Harton. Drive to Harton. Who live in Harton? I think it's his daddy house. Okay." Walking up to his pop's house, boom, burner in pocket. People don't understand. When you do stuff, when you're in your sickness, everybody gets affected in your family just as much as you. So that's why you should never gang bang, because once you do something, or it's a gang, your own gang or another gang, they want to find out where you live at and you got problems or issues. People don't care about your family. So I'm walking up the hallway. I'm like, which one is it? He like, that one right there. Knock on the door. Pops come to the door, knock on the door, boom, 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 boom. As soon as they open the door, yeah, I'm looking for such and such. Woo, woo. He cracked the door open. Bam! Just like the police. Kick door, hit Pops all in the face. Boom. Grab Pops, pistol whip him. Yes, I'm in my sickness. This is what you do. This is what you do when you're in your sickness. And this man just stole out of my office that I told him I didn't want to be with him. He chose me as to he was going to do this to me. You feel me? So I'm pistol whipping Pops. Bam. Hit Pops about 3 times with the burner in his mouth. Where your son at? I'm going to kill him. He stole out of my office and his time has come. Pull the gun out of his mouth. Make it right, Pops. What's happening? Oh, I don't know where he at. He came here. He did have, I knew something was right. He was trying to, saying he gonna pay my bills. I told him I don't want nothing from him if it didn't come from a job. So I'm looking at Pops. I'm like, damn, my drugs and money was in this house. So I'm like, I really want to kill you and shoot you. And he like, please, I told him he can't stay here. So I let Pops go. And I told him, I said, tell your son I'm going to kill him. And I might come kill you if I can't find him. So you really need to let him know that. I'm out. We get back up to the park. Now, at Jesse Owens, if you know the hood, which a lot of people do, some people don't, but we used to have a phone in there inside the gym that everybody know the phone number. If you really from 9-0, you knew the phone number to that phone. So you can call that phone and the homies will pick up that phone, you know, and you could talk to different homies if you're in jail, out of town, whatever. So the phone ring while the whole hood is up there. So somebody come get me like, hey, big homie, is somebody on the phone for you? I'm like, yeah, who on the phone for me? Well, I go to the phone. It's this weirdo. He on the phone. Yeah, you went to my daddy house? He pumped up because I went to his daddy house and slapped his daddy with burners and all kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, man, this is what you making me do, you little punk. When I catch you, come up, you leave my daddy alone. I'm calling the police. Well, yeah, see, that's why you shouldn't have never gangbanged. Because look at what you doing. I'm gonna call the police, this and that. Oh, I know everybody. So I put the phone, I tell the homies, come up here. I call the homies. Listen to this dude. Let's listen. Yeah. He gonna call the police. So I said, when y'all see this dude, it ain't no talking. Don't talk to him. It's all action. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming back to your daddy house, homie. Now that I see it and infect you like this, yeah, I'm coming back to your daddy house. No, I'm kill you. I'm gonna call the police. I'm finna let them know yeah, call them, let them know everything. Tell them what part you played in it too. Boom. As a matter of fact, I can hear background noises. Where you at? You feel me? Ooh, you'll never know where I'm at. Woo, woo. Hang the phone up. Sitting there plotting like, you think he at his daddy house? Nah, he ain't going back there. Like, we ain't going back over there. Homie pull up, who's first initiated all this. Us. Woo, 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 woo. I told you, you should have. He like, man, you know what? He might be at his girl house. His girl live on Crenshaw, you know, by Imperial. I was like, let's go. Like, cause he got that money from me, probably trying to give her some money. Like, yeah, let's go. We pull up over there. I take the killers with me, the little young ones. We get up to the house. We knocking on the door. Ain't no answering. Ain't no answer nothing. We looking in there. The TV on, but ain't nobody saying nothing. So I'm like, man, that nigga in there. I can feel it. Let's bust that side window, see if we can open that door. Soon as he hear that little side window break by the door, oh, I'm calling the police. I'm like, he in there. Let's get him. He in there. He's screaming, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. It's who he say it's fruit. Big fruit, little fruit, baby fruit. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. I'm like, you bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna kill you when I catch you. Because I'm in my sickness. But look, he in his sickness too, because that's what I tell you. The sickness of gangs is if you don't supposed to gang bang and you do it, you can ruin your life by becoming either too hardcore, just average, and you go for anything, and you do go for any, and you don't go for anything, or you're a complete buster. That dude was the complete buster. So that's why in his sickness, he resorted back to what he can only do. What you was doing when you was in jail. Probably telling, probably doing, all the stuff that have people mad at you like that. So we got to get up out of there. They like, come on, big homie, we know you mad, but we got to go. He called on the police. So he called the police. About, I say about a week later, I get a call from the homies, the rich rolling car, some more homies from the car. Them dudes over there, you know what I'm talking about? And say, hey, what's up? Listen up. Like, oh, what's up? Okay, what's cracking? What up, Peanut? What's happening? Hey, you got a little homie, such and such? Man, I need, where he at? Hey, check it. Hey, look. Hey, school, look. Dude owe me, man. I need that dude. I, you know, he like, look, I done already scooped him and did all this. He said when I seen him and he said he was from 9-0 and I immediately I start taking him to the hood. You feel me? To see if he know y'all. So as soon as we got by Jesse Owens and I was gonna turn up in there, he was like, man, I don't want to go in there, man. I got some issues with a couple of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? They owe me money, this and that. So he already knew it was fake. So he was like, oh, don't even worry about it. It's all good. Because when you don't want to go to your hood, and you in the car with a real goon, and you don't want, and he turned it on your block. He like, oh, the real ones know what to do with people like that. He like, oh, ain't no problem. Don't even worry about it. Pull over. You go hit that target. This dude robbed about 4 stores in one day. Payless, Targets. This real. You can't make this stuff up. This is what you do with busters. This is when you in your sickness. When you with a real goon, they in their sickness. This is what they gonna do. No bullets, just a gun. Go rob Target, Payless, Rite Aid, Walgreens. You, you running up in all these stores. He have him run up in all the stores. And he said, man, I dropped him back off at his girl house. So that's where he at right now. So you can go over there. You probably catch him. So when I pull up over there, guess what? It was already police over there because he didn't have him. He didn't have him. He didn't have him robbed about 6 or 7 places. His face, they didn't already got his face, tracked him down and everything when he dropped him off. And the house is surrounded. When I pull up over there, and I'm sitting there, and I watch him do a standoff for 5 hours, and they bring him out, take him to jail. So I'm thinking it's over now. Ain't nothing can be done. But see, that's where karma comes in. So he's in jail with some more of them dudes over there, some of the hitters. And one of the dudes called me out of the blue. Oh, what's up, my guy? What's happening? Oh, I'm rolling. What's happening? Yeah, I like, man. I every nano come in here. I ask them, do they got your number? Like, yeah, what's happening? He like, man, I'm looking for this dude named such and such. This dude telling on me from something about 4 5 years ago. I said, oh, you talking about the car came when y'all took the rims. I told the homies, y'all need to jack that dude before he goes somewhere else and get jacked by some. And you the dude that jacked him. He's like, yeah. Because when I asked him where he's from, he didn't say nothing. So, I start robbing him. Now, all of a sudden, I'm from 9-0. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, what's happening? He's like, man, that dude coming to court on me. He said, I just beat my murder. He said, but they refiled this case on me because this dude coming to court on me now. So now I got to sit in jail. My lawyer just told me that's why I'm still in jail because they got this dude finna come to court on me. So he like, man, find that dude, for me and holler at him, nut, what the business is. I said, oh, don't worry about it. I got it. I'm gonna at least holler at him for you and see what's happening. I said, but you know what? I said, I need a favor. I said, man, it's a homie in there that used to be from 9-0, now he from y'all hood, and he got y'all hood blasted all on his forehead. I said, man, I need that dude. He stole like, 3,000-4,000 from me, man, on my office. He was like, what? I'm rolling. That dude is up here right now. He was with school. I was like, yeah, school. I was like, yeah. I said, man, dude stole all kind of stuff from me, man. I need him. I just need that message sent to that dude. My boy say, I'm rolling, man. I got you. Boom. He like, hold on. Hey, call him to the phone. Call him to the phone. Like, boom. Hey, somebody want to holler at you. Like, oh, okay, for sure. Like, what's up, hood? I said, yeah, nigga, that's Huss the Nut, nigga. Now, say what's happening now, nigga. Boom. When he did that, that's all you heard. Boom, pop, boom, pop, boom, 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 boom. Oh, God, they stumping on him and everything. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, because you're in your sickness. I'm like, yeah, man, get that dude. Boom. So he get back on the phone. He like, no, what's up? Is that good? I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. Let me go look for your boy right now. So I drive out, look for the dude, that was telling on him from my hood, some other weirdo, So I finally find him. I say, listen, man, the guy that you telling on is a killer. That's all I got to say. Now, that dude got your granddaddy address because you're telling on him. Oh, man, listen, I don't even want to hear that. All I'm telling you is that you're telling on that man. He asked you where you was from. You didn't say nothing. You said you didn't bang. and he proceeded to rob you. All you had to do was say you was from 9-0. Now, you would have had to take a chance if they would have just been from A-Tray or Inglewood family over there searching for somebody, then you just would have got. But it just so happened that that was them in they hood moving around that day. So you ran into the real ones and you failed the test. So now you want to put that man in jail because he gave you an opportunity. And he told you to your face who he was when he robbed you. So, you know, these people, man, you know, that's why you don't let your kids gang bang. Just don't do it. Send your kids on another mission, man. Not the mission of being somebody little homie, because that don't always work out. Because the little homie, big homie thing is because your little homie is not going to be like you. So you don't know if you're going to get a good little homie, a bad little homie, or just a, a weirdo. So that's why you should never gang bang, period, anyway, with these names that you get. You know, some little homies be mad. He gave me a snitch name. Well, you probably grow up and be a snitch. That's why he gave it to you. I don't know. But, you know, it's just another bad decision in life, you know. So just the Dr. Crip show, man. Just don't do it. You know? Please get your kids to do something else.